What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗧 health. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down on what is really moving it, and some key levels investors need to be aware of. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So right now it is up just over 1%, recovering from the recent intraday lows of $60.70. So quite the volatile day. One thing to take note of though is rather low volume. So 21 million shares being traded, 45.7 is the average. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I always like to go over where volume comes from, whether it be algorithmic trading or truly institutions buying. And based on the secondary market as well as dark pool, you are actually seeing big money buying up HIMS. So kind of a good thing, because algorithmic trading, in my opinion, is rather hollow and just artificial. So big money definitely is paying attention to HIMS, just not to the same extent as they have been on a daily basis. But no actual news from itself, no SEC filings, no macro data points, just a lot of Fed speakers. And so far, even yesterday and today, nothing really of substance is being kind of brought up. One thing to take note of though is I'm sure a lot of people are just waiting for the next big thing for HIMS, and that is going to be possibly a short squeeze. A lot of people are saying that is coming right around the corner, and at the time of doing this video, shorts are increasing 57,000 shares. So not necessarily today exactly, but I think in reality, the fundamentals are there for a squeeze. And this is why during my, over the last weekend, I did a video, top 5 short squeeze stocks. I did actually add 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗧 only because of the fundamentals, the actual kind of previous momentum on the stock price. Everything is there for a pretty good squeeze, but still 33.45% of the free float being shorted is rather crazy if you ask me. That does work out to be 65.1 million shares, and then that equates to $4.05 billion. So there's more short dollar value than some companies even have market caps, which is rather crazy. But moving over to options, 21 million in calls, 7.37 in puts. 47% of all the options being done today are bearish in nature, and you can kind of see based on today rather low volume. So it does match with the common stock lower volume. So 28.3 million for the total premiums. Yesterday was 47, day prior was 103. So it is starting to lose a little bit of popularity there, but in my opinion, nothing really to be worried about based on that. But based on the bulls, you are seeing a consensus for it to be still for this week, roughly around that $70 range. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly 53 to kind of 55. So at the end of the day, still a lot more upside is anticipated based on all this, in my opinion. And all the market is waiting for is the nice positive push coming from the Feds or possibly Trump associated to tariffs. That's what the market is looking for. And once it does get that, shorts are clearly betting that neither catalyst is going to come. But if one of those things do come out, let's say a new deal, or let's say for whatever reason a Fed speaker kind of alludes to rate cuts, then the market is just going to go up like crazy. And a lot of heavily shorted stocks such as 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗧 is kind of poised for a squeeze. So again, do your own due diligence and all the other fun jazz. But right now with it at 62 and change, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 61.42 is going to be a strong support that you really want to watch for that to hold today. If not, then it could be kind of falling to that $56 range. Aside from that, 66.07, 68.95, and then 73.61 are going to be the next strong target / resistance points. And based on the bullish options, they are at least anticipating for it to be between that R3 and R2 by the end of Friday. So definitely big things could be coming down the pipeline. So let me know your viewpoint on that. Aside from all that though, latest in 13Fs did show that institutions quarter over quarter increased their position by 11.88%. So that is exactly what I like to look at when it comes down to a good solid investment. And some of the big notable names, BlackRock, so 10.12% of the institutions, and then 8.56. Then you have Farallon Capital 3.69. Aside from all that fun stuff, latest in analyst ratings are right here. So last one was done 6 days ago, roughly the same time as my last HIMS video, and that was a $45 hold, and the analyst has a 31% success rating. So not all that great in my opinion, but nonetheless, on the actual chart itself, there's not really much negatives to really bring up aside from the fact that it is overbought. But because of the recent volatility over the last couple of days, it is starting to break off of the high 95s. So most likely it'll settle roughly around that 45, so get back to neutral territory before you see a very aggressive retest of the new 52-week and all-time high for him and hers. So let me know your thoughts. Are you buying? Are you selling? What's your general thoughts on this stock? And do you truly believe that a squeeze play is on the table or even possible with this stock? And if so, how high do you think it would go as a result of that? I don't like to wear the tinfoil hat like AMC, GameStop type of thing, saying that this is going to go to $1,000. But if there is at least 20% of the shorts return, I feel like this could easily put it to roughly that $80 to $90 range in my opinion, but what do I know? So let me know your thoughts on that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon and give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.